Hey, what's up? My name is Kate. I'm a licensed counselor and makeup artist, just getting ready for the day. And I have an interview in a few minutes, so I thought I would just jazz up my face a little bit and talk about how it's going. So I've been single for a little over 2 weeks now. There's parts of it that have definitely been empowering, and parts of it that still feel like grief and loss. Um, but overall, I'm doing well. I didn't have my kids this weekend, so it was like a lot of alone time. My house is so clean. I'm like always cleaning and organizing stuff, so I like that part. I did some cleaning, I did some resting, I watched some movies. I watched a documentary about AI, and then it made me want to watch the Terminator movies, so I did. I watched Terminator 1, and then I started on the second one and got sleepy, so I might finish that one up later today, but that was fun. Um, I got a new couch and like jazzed up my living room a bit. So I just really enjoyed, relaxing there by myself. Um, I danced, so that was wonderful. I went to Costco with a friend, went to Aldi, did some laundry dishes, yeah, did some chores. And I talked to my friends a lot on the phone and through texting. I talked to my mom. I had a video call with my kids, so trying to stay connected. I had a taste for like a specific food from a specific place. So I went to my favorite Mexican restaurant and I sat at the bar by myself and had a margarita and ordered some takeout. And that felt like a good, like being single milestone. I've definitely gone out by myself before. I don't always like it if people come up to me because sometimes they're like overly aggressive or drunk or something. But nobody talked to me while I was there. I just like watched the TV and ate chips and looked at my phone just to like be around other people for a minute. Trying to make more money. So I had an interview on Thursday. I don't think that one's gonna move forward. The feeling was mutual. And then I have the other interview today. I'm a contractor, so I'm just trying to take on some more contracts to make more income. I'm listening to a lot of like motivational, positive stuff like Wayne Dyer on YouTube. I'm really into him right now. And there's also this like Buddhist wisdom channel that I've been listening to about like non-attachment and stuff like that. I feel okay. I did text my ex just to like apologize for my part of the argument that ended our engagement. And he apologized too, and it was fine. I went on a lunch date. That was Thursday, I think, or Friday. It was Friday. And it was nice. I don't think we're looking for the same things. And I'm getting pretty disenchanted with like Tinder already. And I think I went on there first because it's a place where people are not really serious. Like I think even when people put that they're looking for a long-term relationship on there, I find that to rarely be the case. And so, or maybe, maybe it just depends on the person, but anyway, so I had met my previous partner through the Facebook dating app, and I feel like people are a lot more, either people are more genuine or maybe it filters better for people that are, say they're looking for long term more. But it's a weird place to be where like I have kids and like most other people have kids. And it's like, what kind of relationship can you really have at this point? But casual hookups, not for me. I definitely went through a phase when I was newly divorced where I tried that, but it gets old quickly, and I would rather just be celibate. And that's what I'm kind of afraid of. I'm like, I'm kind of young to just like be celibate forever. Like, props to people that are capable of doing that, but like if I had a choice, that's not what I would choose for my life, but I guess that's where I'm at. So I'm just trying to work out and focus on other things. It's rough out here in these streets. And then I'm kind of like looking at the wreckage of my love life and like, am I the problem? Like, should I have just like stayed with these men that like were not meeting my needs? Or I feel less bad about the one that was like actively like harming me. Like, obviously, I left that as I should have, but I don't know. I just don't feel like I need to settle. I don't think my expectations are that high, but it's like there's something happening with the world right now where it's like feels like there's no good men, and feels like all the teenage boys are like addicted to video games and pornography, and like everyone's just a mess. I don't know. I did buy some new lipstick. This one's from Urban Decay. It's in the shade of Figueroa, and it's like a coral. These were on sale. I've liked the Urban Decay lipstick formula in the past. Is that pretty bright? This color reminds me of my grandmother for some reason. I feel like it's too pigmented to use it as blush. I'm a little scared. Should I try? Oh, that's not too bad. Um, so I work on 3 different websites, doing online therapy, and I'm about to interview for a fourth. And then I have my paper calendar on my desk. And so I do my best to like write everything in my paper calendar when I get an email or a text that like someone scheduled a session with me. But apparently I missed one because I was just heading out the door to take a walk when my phone dinged that someone was in like the virtual therapy room waiting for me. And I didn't think I had a session this morning, but apparently I did, and I just missed it on my calendar, and I was embarrassed, but it went fine. I was just like wearing a t-shirt instead of like, you know, looking like I was dressed for work. So, but that's the first time that's happened in like however many months that I've been doing this. So it was just kind of a fluke, and you know, therapeutically, like I think it's kind of good for my client to see me like as a real human person, because that's kind of how I try to be as a therapist anyways, like authentic. So yeah, I think I'm gonna finish this and then I'll have enough time to do a little quick Googling for this next interview, because it's a site that does therapy for like a certain specific population. So I just want to brush up on like what the best interventions are for this population. Hope you guys are doing well. It's been chilly here. Today is like way hotter than how it's been for the last 2 weeks, I feel like. So I'm gonna go out for a walk in between appointments. But yeah, I've just been trying to relax and like move and cook and eat, buy stuff for the kids. My house is like really clean and organized. So I do really like this part of like being single. I have a couple of role models of like women that stayed single for a long time or like have been and still are. Yeah, I know it's empowering, but like I don't know if it's that I'm used to being in a relationship or what. Because I do really enjoy my alone time. I do text my friends, but not a lot. Like I don't want to like bother them. But I like having someone to like text during the day. All right, so there's some quick, easy interview makeup. Thank you guys for hanging out with me. Subscribe if you like this, and I'll see you in the next one.